Hey there guys, welcome to Q&A 43 Part 2. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, make sure you watch Q&A 43 Part 1. Annotation to that up here. Some great questions in that one. One involving E.T. and being sodomized. Got a little bit weird, but we had to go for it. Anyway, guys, once again, thanks for joining me. And as usual, ask anything and everything you want to down below, and we'll answer it next week. Or we'll aim to around next week. So anyway, guys, let's jump straight into the questions because we're trying to knock as many of these out as possible. I'm sitting in a recliner chair. I'm dead inside. I'm tired, and feels good. Like, I just almost want to make every single YouTube video just in this recliner chair, like just sitting here like this the whole time, and I don't even make eye contact with you. All right, let's answer some of these. Hey, Johnny, what would you do if you had 50,000 subs? In all honesty, probably the same thing I'm doing right now. I looked at my stats. We're getting there. We're getting close. Well, on the Flick Pick channel, we're getting closer every day. But on this channel, we're about to hit 15,000. So anyway, thank you guys for that. Everyone who's subscribed, thank you. I remember, and I need to make a video about this sometime. My whole evolution of joining YouTube. And give you guys some tips and tricks for some of you newcomers out there, or tell you at least what worked for me. And I'd like to do that video. Maybe that's a video. I'm gonna write that down on the list. A video like that. I will tell you this much. I remember when I first started YouTube, and I remember. In 2009, I remember taking notice of YouTube for like the first time, because that was the first time I noticed that there were people on YouTube doing consistent videos and content and showing things and talking about things on a weekly basis, because before that I was always under the impression YouTube's just some place you go to watch, you know, funny cat videos. And I think that's kind of the impression of a lot of people in the general society of today. But I remember I had a YouTube channel in 2009. I uploaded like 2 videos. I uploaded some older videos from when I did my jackass wannabe stuff as a kid, pushing each other in shopping carts and just screaming and lighting our shoes on fire, and then urinating them out. True story. I wish I had the video still, but I don't. I wish I had that video. Anyway, but yeah, I remember starting a channel then. I had like 14 subscribers, and like 5 of them were my friends, and I was like, this ain't gonna work. So I got rid of the channel, and then a year later, almost a year to the date, I didn't plan on doing that, but almost a year to the date, I started my new channel. That was the Flick Pick, and I just started going for it, and I gained a little bit of success, and I kept going for it. It was like an addiction. And I don't think the longest I've ever went without making a YouTube video was 11 days in the last almost 3 years. Hey John, what is Nicolas Cage's worst movie? Where do you start with that one? Like, where do you literally start answering that question at? I would say his worst movie, but it's also like one of his best movies. Like, that's the thing with Nicolas Cage. It's the worst movies, but his best movies. Vampire's Kiss. I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. Is one of them. Just an awful movie, but such a funny movie. So it's like, what spectrum of bad do you put that on? What would you do if you were in a room with Buffalo Bill? I definitely wouldn't put the lotion on the skin, I can tell you that much. It puts the lotion in the basket. It puts the fucking lotion in the basket. Hey, Flickhead, do an impression of Goofy. Hey there, Maxie. That was bad. I felt like I was pressured. I didn't like it. I gotta redo it. And scene. Hi there, Maxie. Still bad. That's all I got. Hey, Johnny Dingle Dong. Thanks, man. Could you see Tom Hardy as Bruce Wayne Batman? I think it would be an interesting choice. Yeah, I could see it had Christian Bale never been Batman, because I could see Tom Hardy's interpretation of Batman being a lot like Christian Bale's to an extent. But the thing about Tom Hardy is he has kind of a rough look to him. Like something about him is he has kind of a ruffian look to him, and I'll stick with that. I don't know. I could see it. But I'd rather have Tom Hardy play Bane like he did, rather than Batman. Any theories on 9/11? I can tell you this. I've watched so many 9/11 conspiracy videos. Just because the thing with conspiracy theories, even though sometimes they do become a little too far-fetched, and I think sometimes the conspiracy theorists ruin their theories with, like, they're making a solid point and then they go a little bit too far at one point. I got a lot of theories on 9/11. My one question is, I believe it was building number 7? Yeah, you got to keep in mind, there was more than just the 2 towers that fell. There were several buildings, all World Trade Center buildings, that collapsed. And not all of them were actually... You only had 2 buildings hit by planes. The other ones just kind of collapsed. And I remember one explanation was because it was a fire, and it was a concrete building, and it went down like a demolition. And it was just... Never in the history of any building fires has a building fallen like that because of fire and structural damage like that. And just watch that video. That's my opinion on it. Watch. I think it's building number 7. Watch how did building number 7 fall. Type that into YouTube. It'll blow your melon. Hey John, I asked this before. It's getting late. I'm sorry. I asked this before on another video. Is it possible to make a 0 out of 10 rating system instead of using the letter rating? I just think it'd be more accurate and more universal. Plus, quick question, what's the weirdest movie you have ever watched? Mine is The Last Winter with Ron Perlman. Weirdest movie I've ever watched. I can't, I don't know, man. I've watched some weird shit down here late at night. Not the weirdest movie I've ever watched, but I'm actually watching Battle Royale right now. I don't know what the weirdest movie I've ever watched is. But as far as the rating system for rating movies, I agree with you. I am kind of getting tired of the A plus, B minus rating system. I feel like there's something I can do a little bit more creative than that. And maybe 0 to 10 is a solid rating system. But I also want to do, like, if I do that, I want to have like a term. Some terminology I can throw on each rating. Like, I'm working on it, but like, flicking epic would be like an A plus movie, or somewhere along, like, I don't know. Somewhere along those lines. That's where I'm going with it. So possibly, I might just do that. Hey John, have you seen Tree of Life on Blu-ray? I did not watch Tree of Life. PQ looks amazing. Okay, I believe you. It looks better than Avatar. It probably does, because the thing about Avatar is it's a digital film. And it looks pretty, but the thing about movies on Blu-ray, when they're shot on actual film, you get that richness and that depth. Yeah, there's just something about digital filmmaking that can't quite get that. Hey Johnny Flickadick, have you ever noticed that when a doctor is in a good movie, then later they cast in a bad movie? Oh, I said a doctor, you said an actor. Yeah. How old were you when you lost your virginity? I got my driver's license, and then I went for it. Driving is what helped, I can tell you that. Hey Johnny boy, what's the best microwavable popcorn for movies? Herbal Redenbacher movie theater popcorn. Something like... Yeah, Orville Redenbacher. Imagine if that was your name. How mad would you be? Hey John, I recently saw Donnie Darko. I just wanted to know your thoughts on the movie. Well, Patrick Swayze plays a pedophile. Interesting, weird, creepy movie. I'm 15 and work out 3 to 4 times a week. Should I use any supplements? You're only 15. To be honest with you, it'd probably be an overall waste of your time. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking more protein. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with supplementing yourself with more protein, or taking a little bit of a pre-workout if you're feeling a little bit tired one day. Yeah, those would be the only two I would recommend to you. Anything else would be kind of a waste. You are only 15, and you're going to continue to grow for the next several years, and just keep that in mind. But that's good. You're starting when you're 15. I wish I would have actually got into lifting weights when I was younger. I didn't start until I was in almost my mid-20s, and it's just now I'm taking it super serious. So, yeah, definitely. Why not? Get some protein, get some pre-workout. If you could churn into a monster like the Hulk, what would you do? Just smash some... Like, if I could be the Incredible Hulk, I would just smash shit, run around, flex my muscles, maybe charge people for some photo opportunities. Because, think about it, you're going to pay $10 to take a picture next to a guy who's 9 feet tall and green. Or at least I would. Do you think some people are bitches in middle school? All they want to do is run their bitch-ass mouth, but there's ones who need some preferential help because they're crackheads. What are we talking about anymore? What up, John? Can you do the movie trailer voice? I'm actually losing my voice right now. One man, one movie coming out this summer. That's all I got. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good was that? Be nice. All right. Hey, John. We know Tiny Todd beat you, so if there is ever anything you need, you can tell us. We don't talk about that. Hey, John Flickertron. If you guys don't know who Tiny Todd is, I'm sorry. He's just a plastic toy skeleton that was possessed by the devil in the 1980s, and now he lives with me, but I keep him locked up in a cage. Does that explain who Tiny Todd is? Hey, John Flickertron. I like that. If Batman or Robin came into your house and offered you $1 million for a threesome... Oh, shit. Yes. What is your relationship with your neighbors like? Do you know what they do? Kind of, sort of. Actually, yeah, I'd say on a scale... Yeah, I kind of know what they all do. Which is odd. I don't know how I know that, but I do. But you know what the thing is? They don't know what I do. They have no idea what I do. They don't know that I sit here and make YouTube videos all day. They have no clue. And that's what I like. I like the mystery because I literally think my neighbors... Because my schedule is very weird. Like, the way I function is I'm up all night, and then, like, around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I actually leave the house to go do things. And I think some of them notice that. They're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Because every time I leave my house now, because I work out pretty much every day now, or at least go to the gym and do something, is I'm always leaving my house with like a big protein bottle and like another bottle. And I always sometimes leave my house with like a book, like a gym bag. And I guess they might think I'm working out, I guess, but I don't know. I would love to know what they think I do for a living. That's what I would love to know. They think I'm a murderer. That's at least what I hope they think. John, what do you think about the 90s Hans Zimmer scores for The Rock, Crimson Tide, and Broken Arrow? Most epic movies ever. Most epic music ever. Yeah, Hans Zimmer back in the 90s had a very synthy sound that he kind of got rid of. And it'd be nice if he could pick that back up for the right movie, for the right style of movie, you know. I think it would work out very well. That synth sounding that he had for like Broken Arrow. Down, now. It kind of went like that. I love them. I actually have the Rock soundtrack on my MP3 player. Hey, John. I know, I gotta watch the BBC show Sherlock Holmes. I will. John, what is your nutrition intake for your workouts, or do you just eat anything? Good question. Right now, I'll tell you, actually, I went to the store yesterday and spent some money on some stuff. I eat a lot of chicken. I eat chicken legs, chicken breast. I'm also eating a lot of white rice right now for carbs. Carbs are very good. You need carbs to keep your energy up, and if you're working out, definitely keep your carb levels up. Protein's always good. But here's what I'm doing nowadays for kind of a filler meal. They say when you work out and you're really serious about it, you should eat more than three meals a day, which is kind of hard to do in my opinion. Just for me, I don't have time. But right now for breakfast, I'll wake up and I bought some oatmeal, like plain ass oatmeal, which is disgusting if you eat it plain. And what I do is I'll put a little sugar in it, and I mixed vanilla protein powder into that, like maybe 1.5 scoops with a little bit of milk, mix it up, heat it up in the microwave. And it's edible. It's almost like thick vanilla pudding. Yeah. So that's really good. Very fiber. You get your protein. You get everything you need right there. Easy, quick way to kind of just start the day off. And usually the way I wake up late in the mid-afternoon, that's what I eat. And then I go to the gym. And I'll come back from the gym. So another thing I bought was some... I usually grill chicken. But what I did is I bought some canned grilled chicken, which has like 12 grams of protein in it. So what you can do is you can heat that up, make some instant white rice, which takes like 5 minutes in the microwave. Mix that all up together. That's really good. I also bought some canned tuna. I also bought some... I also eat like sandwiches on wheat bread. And I'm losing my voice. Do you hear that? But what I do is I take like turkey slices and I put that on some wheat bread. I'll put a little mustard, a little mayo. I usually don't put cheese on it. Maybe a pickle or two, and that's a quick little in-between lunch or a little in-between snack. But when it comes to meals, like turkey burgers, chicken breast, corn, vegetables, beans, pretty much the basis of my nutrition right there. What else is there? But protein shakes, take at least 2 protein shakes a day. If you're working out, take 2 a day. On non-workout days, take 1. So that's the basis. That's the basis. But I bought some cans of tuna. Tuna is disgusting, but I eat it anyway. I like it I like it, but I hate it. I feel like it's making me stronger. It's got great protein in it though. Hope that answered your question in a roundabout way. Hey, John, every single time to Walmart, I wonder what would John do in Walmart? Create a video where just go over, start lifting weights in Walmart, look at the movies. That's all I do in Walmart. Hey, John, you have some weird fans, my dude. Trust me, I know. But I love them. I love all of you. And without you, I'm nothing. So thank you. And I kind of enjoy the weird ones sometimes. They spice it up a little bit. John. Okay, I just answered that. John, seeing as Ben Affleck will be playing Batman, do you want the Dark Knight to have a beard? Well, I think maybe not in the Man of Steel Batman movie. I don't think the beard on Batman is going to be a necessary thing. But I think maybe in one of Batman's upcoming solo movies, sure, I'd like to see one part where Batman grows a beard, but he doesn't like wear it in the mask. Like there's one portion of it where it's there as Bruce Wayne, but then it kind of goes away. I could, why not? I could see that. That was actually in one of the comic books where Batman grew a beard because he locked himself in a room because he was trying to get the toxins out of his system. I got that right. I think, that exists, right? Okay. Hey, John, this is Daryl Bess Wedley. Jim Carrey posted a picture of him wearing the legendary clipped tooth from Dumb and Dumber, hinting at chipped tooth, hinting at a sequel. Are you excited to see Dumb and Dumber 2? Yeah, Jim Carrey will probably make the movie, and then after it's done and they're in post-production and it's about to come out, he'll say there was too much violence in it. He's not going to support it any longer. That's one of those things I don't care either way. I welcome it, but I'm not excited for Dumb and Dumber 2. I think there's other movies out there that I'd rather see made. John, have you seen Apocalypse Now? Of course. Now the Redux edition, that's something else. Some scenes in that where you just didn't feel like you needed them. Hey, Wild John, if you kept working out, do you think you'd finally be able to take on Tiny Todd? No. The soul of Satan. I heard a noise. That's Tiny Todd. We should be quiet now. Did anybody ever tell you you look like Patrick Wilson? I've been told I look like Scarlett Johansson as a man, Patrick Wilson, Biff Tannen, some other guy who killed some people and ran away to Europe, a senator, a few other actors. Who else did somebody say I look like? There's been 20 other people have said I look like. From the right angle, I look like a young Peter Weller. From another angle, I look like young Adam West. Hey, Johnny. Johnny Scrawny, just kidding. You're 130 pounds bigger than me. Call my name. Can you call all of Batman's Robins? Carrie Kelly, Dick Grayson. No, I can't. I can't. I was never. The thing about Robin is I was never a huge fan, so I never try to remember the Robins' names. I know there's another younger kid Robin, but the thing about Robins is they're like throwaway characters to me. Like I don't know. Who would win in a fight, Batman or Iron Man? Batman would win because he's Batman. Well, if you put Batman up against Iron Man and like Iron Man 3, Batman would probably win because all you have to do is punch Iron Man's suit and it just explode for no reason. The suits in that movie, man, what were they like? Those are the weakest Iron Man suits they possibly could have made. Hey, what up, John? Can you? Okay, you just asked me that already. What actors do you hate? Cate Blanchett. Something about her. I'm trying to remember. I disliked Sandra Bullock in the movie The Blind Side. I just loved when she went into like that violent ghetto area. She's like, "He's my boy. You better not touch him again." It's like, okay, I'm sure the gang members are going to listen to you, you blonde little suburban woman. That just, ugh. John, what do you think? I answered this one already in the last Q&A. The E.T. question again. There it is. John, do you think Toy Story 3 is too scary and too dark for young children? I actually asked a 20-year-old dude, what's the scariest film you've seen? And he responded, Toy Story 3. It does have dark and violent themes in it, but no, I don't think most young children will pick up on those actual themes that the movie's throwing at you. Which is what I love about Pixar for the most part, is they throw in those themes in there, but kids won't quite grasp them. They're just like, ooh, pretty animation. So, hey, Johnny Crapcorn, what are your thoughts on the American side? I already answered this one. At what age did you start to become a movie fanatic? I remember being younger and going to them. I can remember movies like Blanchett, True Lies, Last Action Hero. I remember seeing those movies when I was younger in the early 90s. And I've always liked movies. I remember watching movies like Gremlins 2 over and over. I remember watching the 1989 Batman movie over and over when I was younger. And I've always liked movies. I've always liked movies. They're just a pure escapism from everyday reality. As long as I can remember, I've always been a movie fanatic. I've always liked going to the movie theater. I've always felt the urge to have to go see movies as soon as possible. So it's always been there. It's naturally been in there. I remember my dad showing me movies like, I remember him showing me Point Break, Terminator 2, Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze. Oh yeah. So I've always remembered. I grew up on movies like that, and maybe that's where it stems from. I don't know. What franchise do you like better than Friday the 13th or Halloween? Horror franchise or a franchise in general? I love the Terminator franchise, even though really I just consider the first two movies in there. But horror franchise, I don't know. I think Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street's probably my favorite overall horror film franchise. But hey, Johnny, are you worried about Mad Max Fury Road, considering all the reshoots it's had, including those planned for November? I am worried about it because actually a few things I don't like that they're doing on the movie. They're shooting the movie with digital cameras, and I just feel like that grittiness that we got with the Mad Max movies is going to be a little bit removed, and I feel like I don't know. I would have preferred to see those movies shot with film. Tom Hardy, Road Fury, I have hope for it. It looks cool, it looks fun, but I don't know. I'm waiting for the trailer, but it does seem like that movie's having every possible issue it could. I just want it to hurry up and come out, but we still have to wait another year for it. If you had to kill off one race of people, which race would it be? Probably the Na'vi. There's nothing, you got a whole bunch of blue tree huggers running around out there in the forest wearing loincloths. Not on my time, okay? Blow up their tree. Let's get out of here, guys. I go to movies alone on some occasions. There's nothing wrong with that. Have you... John, I know my opinions don't mean that much to you. Says who? Who said that? I love hearing other people's thoughts on things. That's always been my thing. But I just wanted to know if you not mind making more vlogs with you looking into the camera that's held by your hands, telling us more about your life. I've watched your videos for the past 3 years, but I feel I don't really know much about you. I feel like I've told you guys more about me than probably any other guy on YouTube that talks about movies. Probably. I mean, I think I've shared more random weird stuff about my life than anyone else, and I pride myself on that. I like to be personable. I don't like to hold up some kind of layer between us. We got to remove that, and we got to connect. We got to tie our ponytails together like that. Okay. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, followed by the book more than the... Yeah, I know Charlie and the Chocolate Factory followed the book, but at the same token, that magic that was in the original movie with real sets and things like that, where you didn't have Johnny Depp wearing a whole bunch of white face powder, and that sterileness of it, that's what the 1970s Willy Wonka was able to capture. The funness, the magic, the adventure. Hey, John, would you rather take the E.T. question? This guy's asked me the same E.T. fingering question 28 times right now. Oh, God. Who would you rather question, and they both have AIDS? Why do you... Okay. Hey, John. Bane in the future flip trips, can you wear a Bane mask? No, that thing hurts my face. It literally gets all sweaty. John, are you excited for Don John? Absolutely. I can't wait to see the movie. I heard it's basically the biopic of my life. Porn, girls, movies, and working out. That's pretty much the bullet points of my day. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go upstairs and eat a hamburger. I'm tired. I'm tired and I'm hungry. It's been a long day. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And once again, that's how late it is. Ask anything you want to down below. We'll answer it next week. And by the way, if you haven't already, make sure you check out the last Q&A. Link right there. And I'll see you guys next time.